We just count on Laura.
I have some, but I'll let Laura say it.
All right, well, congratulations to all of the award winners who were announced at the Fine Arts Awards ceremony on Wednesday. There were so many, it would take way too long to read them all off, but hopefully everyone made it to that to see and congratulate those students on a job well done. Also, congratulations to Mike Durbin and Gina Peterson, our newest inductees into the JWP Academic and Fine Arts Hall of Fame. Congratulations to the new National Honor Society inductees, Claire Groh, Malia Peterson, Desiree Weiss, Mathea Meyer, Avery Sarda, Alyssa Sharon, Mason Zimmerman, Ethan Cowden, Aiden Peterson, and Dalton Ling. And congratulations to the boys and girls track teams for winning the Gopher Conference Championships again. This is the 7th year in a row for the girls and the 2nd year in a row for the boys. And congratulations to the girls track team for making it to True Team State and taking 10th place, I believe. Is that correct? Congratulations to Chase Gertz for taking 1st place at the Waseca Arts Center. And then congratulations to all of those JWP and WM athletes who have broken school records this year in track and field. I don't have all their individual records, but I think there were a number of them recently. So that's what I have.
I have one that AJ Radens took 13th individually at state for adaptive bowling. So that's wonderful. The boys baseball team is Gopher Conference champions with Randolph. And they have the number 2 seed in the section. So that would be the other one that I have.
And I want to say congratulations to the metal art sculpture and Chase Gertz for being put on display in Mankato. Again, this is the 9th year that the group has been down there, so congrats to that.
One other thing is if you got your journal from the Minnesota School Board Association, we have an article in there about our Bulldog Cafe.
So if you didn't get it, I think the email just came out with the email version. So, anybody have anything else?
Also baseball related, a couple of really good games. Chase Gertz pitching a complete game. No hitter? No, 2-hitter.
2-hitter.
And I believe that, wasn't there one other one that just pitched another complete game also? Xander? I was thinking Xander just had a complete game as well.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But that's
Everything's a
obviously
blur because it all meshes together.
And they've had to have 2-3 games a week, same thing with softball.
Yep.
But both baseball and softball doing well. So congrats to everybody involved there as well.
All right. Anything
Did we
else?
miss anything, girls?
I think you got it.
All right, so we will move on to the donations that we have received. From the American Red Cross, we received $1,500 for a blood drive scholarship. Richard Krautbauer Fund, $1,000 for scholarships. And then the Waseca Area Foundation, Rosenau Legacy of Angels Fund, donated $12,220. And that is broke out between $220 for the FACS Food Safety Handler class, $5,000 for Big Ideas Mobile Learning Lab, and $7,000 for lighting control console for the auditorium. So, do I have a motion to approve that with many thanks? Those donations?
I'll move to approve with many thanks for those.
Motion by Laura Size. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Monica Erickson.
Joni?
Yes.
Katie?
Yes.
Monica?
Yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Kevin?
Yes.
Dave?
Yes.
And Sherry?
Yes. Motion carries 7-0. Okay. moving on to the student representatives report.
We don't got much. Just a lot of just coasting through the last couple weeks that we got here. I have heard through the seniors about the courts once more. Just a lot of understanding and some misunderstandings about wanting courts, and just also them being frustrated with everything that is going down with the courts. A lot of them want to be shown and recognized for everything that they have accomplished the last 4 years and many more years beyond that. That's just a lot of them wanting them and not understanding fully about it. And also some are very understanding, but also just wanting them. That's about pretty much it with that.
Anything else?
I think that's it. There's
I
not
feel
much.
like it's been going good.
Yeah,
So
it's been a good.
Ready for it to be done?
Yeah. Very much so.
Any questions for the two of them?
Are there any chords in particular that that were not?
There's like a lot with like FCCLA and like student council and like those ones towards like that, but it's just more like those ones. Cause like there's some for like academic, there's like one with the art that was given out at the Fine Arts Award, but it was just more of like wanting more for the other clubs that previously had them and just trying to bring them back.
I feel like that'd be good for them to have courts too, because like in those groups, like we do a lot, and it would be nice for that to be like shown to like earn those courts.
Agreed.
I think you said a key word in there, Kaylee, and that's,
Earn.
the word is earn.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why this has been a hot topic, is because it has become a situation where they're not necessarily earned, it's just a participation. And that's one thing that they're looking at doing or reviewing through this is, okay, what does it mean to earn a court, not just to get one for being part of a club for 4 years, so.
I feel like with that also it's just like with Miss White, what we do for like t-shirts is you either have to pay or you have to have a certain amount of volunteer work or amount of hours of work that you have put towards that club. And I feel like having that same system towards the courts would also be very helpful with that. And just having the advisor of the club keep track of that, to where when it does come time, if they don't reach that limit, then that student lucks out. They miss the opportunity to do it. It's not just being a part of it, like earning that right and actually working towards that club and helping that club out.
I feel like that also might like remove a lot of the conflict too.
Mhm.
If you like have a set of rules set, and if somebody doesn't achieve that, then they know that that's their fault, and that if they want it, they would work to earn for it.
Exactly. It's kind of like NHS too. Like they have a certain amount of community and in-school hours that they need of volunteer work. I feel like having a certain system like that towards earning those cords would help, one, remove those conflicts like Keely said, and two, also just put in stone the fact that you earn the cords and it's not just a, here you go, you've just been here for 4 years kind of thing.
Any other questions for him?
Thank you.
Great, thank you. On to the superintendent's report.
Busy time of year, there's a lot going on. In the elementary, we have adopted a new English Language Arts curriculum called CKLA. The first year is under our belt, many good reviews. As we know, there is no perfect curriculum, but we're seeing some very positive things come out of our reading curriculum. We'll be piloting math curriculum next year for the 26-27 school year, and then doing some, and then adopting the following year. Minnesota kindergarten fall assessment is something new coming out in August. Amy Schmitz and Mr. Adams have been through a couple webinars with that, and Amy would like to pilot that for us, so she is going to do that next year. Testing is wrapping up, both in the elementary and in the high school. Seems to be going very well. In the high school, it's kind of all things graduation right now, with graduation this week. Getting summer school and credit recovery communication out. As it was stated in the donations, Andrea and David have accepted the 3 grants from the Waseca Area Foundation and the Rosenau Legacy of Angels for a CDL class, a food safe class, and the light board. The master schedule is out for next year. My understanding is they're getting some feedback from teachers on that right now. Lots going on with activities and athletics right now. Baseball, like I said earlier, they're co-conference champions. Number 2 seed in the section, they play Wednesday night against Schaefer Academy here at JWP. Softball is the number 8 seed and will play Springfield tomorrow here at JWP. We have a whole list of all conference selections. I don't want to go through that list because the coaches have not announced them to the team yet, to the players yet, and participants. So we're trying to keep our spring coaches to staying positive with some drama amongst players and players being gone and some disrespect happening. So just working through it with everybody. In the business office, we'll have a new payroll person effective June 1st, 2026. CTE budget submission is coming up. Wendy's working on building our budget for next year, so fiscal year 27. And we also have to submit a budget for long-term facility maintenance. Community ed is busy getting some summer stuff ready. Also, looking for a long-term sub for one of the preschool teachers who will be out on maternity leave in the fall. They're gonna replant the garden that we got a grant, the raised bed garden by the back playground this week. So the grant covers replacing the plants each year. And then they have some programming during summer, K6 recreation, driver's ed, and some pre-K sports sampler that Samantha's working on. Buildings and grounds, crazy busy right now, like everything else. Working on hiring some summer help, cleaning up some landlines that are used for our fire alarm system that need to be updated. We did get a fire call here the other night because due to how old those landlines are and the power went out, so a bunch of calls went through at one time saying there was a fire when really there was not. Today they finished doing an installation of some safety devices along the discus area down at the track. And tomorrow, Mike is meeting with a paper towel representative from Georgia Pacific about a more inexpensive way to do our paper towels. Adam's planning on, or working through the logistics of Chromebook loaner returns, and then planning to start revamping our website over the summer. In human resources, so the work that Annika's doing, open enrollment for medical insurance is closed. She's working through a payroll change, finalizing our Red Rover setup, which is our subsystem. And we have a huge reporting that we have to do for our MTSS grant. And then a number of long-term subs that need to be hired for next fall due to different maternity or paternity leaves. And then, school board elections this fall, there's, there'll be 4 open spots with, for 4-year terms. Laura's been working with Claire Grohl. She's gonna be taking over the NHS blood drive project from Rochelle. And she's wrapping up all the medical things for the school year, preparing for next year. And then, I just wanted to report that letters training is complete for our teachers, that were on that were started it 2 years ago. Everybody's completed that. The READ Act training is complete for all of our current paraprofessionals. And then we'll make a decision on Wednesday, whether we'll have graduation out at the athletic complex or if we'll have it in the high school gym. So, lots going on to wrap up the school year.
With the Chromebooks, how did it go this year with keeping them in the room?
It worked well.
Okay,
Just
I know,
from
because he
what
was
I've
gonna
gathered.
loan some, so I was just
Yep, he
wondering.
did loan some out, and that's what he's working on now, is setting the deadlines of when they need to be turned back into.
But it seemed like generally throughout the year it went
Mhm.
pretty smoothly.
Yep.
The way he anticipated.
Yep.
Perfect.
Have we done the Red Rover now? So far, we've been using it?
No, we've
No,
not been
not
using
yet.
it yet.
Okay. Just curious. That'll be next year then when we
Yep.
implement that? Okay. Oh, okay, okay.
Just be a question for both Mr. Hillary and Wendy. Do we know how the session ending will have any effect? You're going to talk a little bit about that?
A little bit.
Awesome. Great. I mean, I know it's fresh off the press.
Yeah, we have our MREA debrief tomorrow at noon, where they'll go through everything with us.
Great.
However, they have put a few things out.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? All right, thank you. We'll move on to the treasurer's report.
Yep, so there's our cash balances. Again, just kind of, we're following the trend, but it's always a little lower than we need it to be for our fund balance. And then the next
Great.
slide has our student counts. Just like last month, we're still kind of eked just above our budgeted student counts for this year. Like you said, Kevin, it was fresh off the press, so I didn't put any slide or any written information in the treasurer's report, but legislative update. Masbo sent out a quick thing, like Jeremy said, tomorrow. MREA, MSBA, I think, put out a little something too. The things that caught my eye and that kind of really affect us is the land trust dollars. We get about, it's all based on student counts. So the last couple of years, we've gotten 45,000, 40,000, 42,000 or so from land that the state owns, products they sell from the land, like mining and timber and things like that, go into this trust, and then the earnings are distributed to school districts. And there's a constitutional amendment that is passed through the legislature and will be on our ballots in November. And the voters are to vote on whether the calculation for those earnings distributions should be updated, and which would increase the dollars coming to the schools. For us, we'd maybe see another $20,000 on that if it were to pass. So when that would come through, of course, it's on the ballot in November, so we don't know if the voters are going to approve it or not. And then once that happens, I guess it'll take some time to know, what that calculation actually will be, and it'll change probably every year, or when that will go into effect. But it's a tiny little boost for us. For most schools, almost every school will see a tiny little dollar increase per student. So there's that. The compensatory, the legislature decided on a kind of hold harmless type funding for compensatory. There's this whole calculation where you'd get at least 65% of what you earned the year before based on your student enrollment, and ours didn't change. What we were getting was more than what our hold harmless could have been. So no increase for us on compensatory. Some schools saw good increases with the hold harmless, some schools stayed the same like us, so no big jump on that. And just a note, it's still $95,000 less than we got last year for compensatory, just based on our student counts and our student population. So even though the per student amount went up a little bit, we just don't have the student count to collect that money. So it's a big hit to our budget, that compensatory. And then the third thing that caught my eye was this anonymous threat reporting systems. The legislature said we need to have something in place by July 2028. So there are some grant opportunities out there that will be put out there if there are things we need in order to comply with this anonymous threat reporting. So we'll be looking at what systems we have in place, if they're compliant, and try to see if we can get some grant money if we need to upgrade anything. But yeah, tomorrow, MREA, the Minnesota Rural Educators Association, is doing a webinar to kind of go over a lot of things that affect the rural outstate schools. So we'll maybe have more after tomorrow.
Thank you.
Any questions for Wendy? Okay, thank you. We will move on to the consent agenda. Is there anything that needs to be pulled from the consent agenda? If not, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Laura Size, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Joni Olson. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. Motion carries 7-0. On to old business. So the final reading and approval of the 533 wellness policy. I did go through and update and take those little, they were Laura's notes for how we get graded on that, but I did leave the suggestions in there and they were all redlined, so just wanted to let you know about that. Any questions before we move on? Okay, do I have a motion to approve policy 533 wellness?
So moved.
Motion by Monica Erickson, do I have a second?
A second.
Second by Joni Olson. Is there any further discussion? No further discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. Motion carries 7-0. Next is the new policy 625, the responsible use of artificial intelligence. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, we want to postpone that one indefinitely. I'm working with some teachers. I was hoping to have it completed last week. However, things came up and we got busy. So I'm working with Mr. Frank, Ms. Posine in the high school, Ms. Day, and Ms. Quebec in the elementary. And we're going through that, looking at what works for us, what doesn't work for us. And I'll be bringing something to the board after I get another chance to meet with them.
Any questions on that?
I'll move to postpone it indefinitely.
Okay, motion by Laura Size. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Dave Olson. Is there any further discussion? No further discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. Motion carries 7-0. An update on the activity sponsorship program.
Yeah, now, Katie's here tonight, so I'm gonna talk to her when we're done about what numbers we need from Nikki and Nancy to help solidify this, and then want to get this wrapped up by the end of the week. So just something we can look into and continue working towards that sponsorship program to help increase our revenue as we go.
Any questions? All right, move on to our new business. The 26-27 resolution for membership to the Minnesota State High School League. Something we do every year.
Yep,
Oh, mine didn't open. Trying to open it and it didn't work.
yeah, it's something we do every year, and it's just that we're members of the high school league, so we participate in high school league activities. So,
Okay, and it's a resolution. Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the membership to the Minnesota State High School League?
So moved.
Motion by Laura Size. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Monica Erickson. Is there any further discussion? No further discussion.
Kevin?
Yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Dave?
Yes.
Katie? Yes. Monica?
Yes.
Joni?
Yes.
And Sherry?
Yes. Motion carries 7-0. Approve summer hours of Monday through Thursday, 7 AM to 5 PM for the district office, starting the week of June 1st. When is the last day of class?
30th,
30th, okay.
or.
The
no,
29th.
29th.
Oh,
Don't give us an
Don't give them
extra
another day.
30th,
Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, we're ready to
Um,
come one more.
Yeah, and most of us in the district office will be switching to these hours. Wendy chose last year to stay to a 5-day work week, and then again this year, so.
Any questions? Okay, do I have a motion to approve the summer hours then?
No motion.
Motion by Dave Wilson, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Joni Olson. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. Motion carries 7-0. On to the Jade Access Solutions contract.
I emailed you about this last week. We currently have a contract with SMS School Management Systems, who was recently purchased by CISO. And that's where our payroll person came from, Francis. However, Francis has resigned from there. Wendy did a great job doing some research, talking with Waterville to see who they're using. So we sent a proposal to Jade Access Solutions to see if they would be willing to take us on and do our payroll. They came back with a wonderful contract for us. Will save the district around $30,000 a year compared to what we're currently paying.
Great job.
Yes, good job finding that. Any questions? Do I have a motion to approve the Jade Access Solutions contract?
So moved.
Motion by Monica Erickson, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Laura Size. Is there any further discussion? If no further discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. Motion carries 7-0. On to the resolution relating to the election of school board members. So this is, Wendy, you want to explain it quick, or Annika? It's just the way the ballot's going to look, right? With the names?
Yep, so this just informs the public that there's going to be 4 seats up for reelection in the fall. It will be along with the general election. So it's 4 seats, 4 terms each. And yes, it kind of shows what the ballot will look like. Obviously, each precinct might look slightly different, but all the main important information is as shown.
Perfect. Any questions on that?
When do we know who's running and who's not? And
That's in the next.
That's
document.
next.
Hello?
Didn't you read it?
No, not that one, because I knew I wasn't a candidate.
Any questions on this one? Okay, is there a motion to approve the resolution relating to the election of school board members?
So moved.
Motion by Laura Size, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Joni Olson. Is there any further discussion? No further discussion.
Monica,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Katie,
Yes.
Kevin,
Yes.
Joni,
Yes.
and Sherry.
Yes. Motion carries 7-0. So then the next one is the resolution establishing dates for the filing affidavits. And that looks like it begins July 14th and closes on July 28th.
See, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
Anything else you need to say about? Okay.
Just no sooner or no later.
No sooner, no later. Exactly. July 14th, July 28th at 5 o'clock. Any questions? So that was you, did you hear that, Monica?
I did.
Okay, that was the answer.
Doesn't concern me.
Well, why'd you ask it then?
Because I wanted to know. But it's not worth reading.
So how would Monica know? So on the 29th, how would she know who's running?
We have
It's
to,
public information,
So the
correct?
Secretary of State site will show all the candidates.
On the
Don't-
29th?
don't we have to like caucus the ballots or whatever they call that, at the end, don't we do something?
That's after the
That's
election.
after the
Certifying.
election.
That's after the
The
election.
election.
So
No, but I-
as people file their affidavits of candidacy, I will submit those to the Secretary of State, and they get uploaded so that it's available to the public.
Thank you
along
for
with-
your support, Kevin.
Mhm. No problem. Just trying to help you out.
Okay, any other questions? All right, do I have a motion to approve the resolution for establishing
So
dates?
moved.
Motion by Monica Anderson, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Dave Olson. All those in favor say aye. Oh, yep.
Kevin,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Dave,
Yes.
Katie. Yes. Monica,
Yes?
Joni? Yes.
and Sherry.
Yes, motion carries 7-0. Get in a rhythm there. Our upcoming meetings, June 1st is a study session with a curriculum and instruction presentation. June 15th and July 20th are regular meetings. August 3rd is a study session with finance and operations presentation. August 17th is a regular meeting. September 14th is a regular meeting. October 5th is a study session including curriculum and instruction, and October 19th is a regular meeting. Sad I'm saying October when we haven't really
I
hit
know, right?
something.
Next, at our study session on June 1st, Ellers will be here also to talk about possibilities of
Different financing
financing.
considerations.
Okay.
I won't be here June 15th.
Neither will I.
Okay.
I'll be in California. Where are you going?
Michigan.
I'm gonna adjourn at 6:09.
No.
Oh, okay.
It was your email. We were emailing back and forth.